If you recall in the last video, I demonstrated how to blend in an element that was a background and foreground combined, and using a blend mode and some masking, how we can achieve a realistic effect. I'm going to backtrack and show you. I'm going to shift click on the mask and turn it off, and then turn off the background. You can see what was the original element's composition and content, and now we're going to try a different way to do that. I will throw this to the trash and take this to the trash. And now with the move tool selected and auto select turned on, I'm going to go over here to these two different documents. You can see that these are objects floating above on a background, and you grab what you want and drag it over. There's all kinds of choices. These are just a couple that I picked out for purposes of the demo. I'm going to go back over to here. Now what makes this really cool is you're on auto select, so if I click right on the object, it becomes selected. You can see how it's moving in the layer palette. So I want this one. I got to be careful where I select, but that's how it worked. And as I drag over, the name of the file I want to drag into highlights, and as I bring it onto the document and release it, there it is. Not a bad look. I kind of like that. It's sort of covering up the trees, which I like, but it's a little bit on the dull side. If I do Command or Control J, I'll duplicate the layer. You can see it in the layer palette. And if I pull back the opacity, I can now get kind of a tasty, rich white, and I'm looking at it against the sky, not against the mountain. And now here's the neat trick. If I select both layers, I'm now going to shift click to select both. Go up to Layer, New, Group from Layers, and name it Clouds, and click OK. You'll see it, the two files now in the group of clouds. It's highlighted. I click the Layer Mask button and be on the keyboard, hit black for painting, and now with an opacity I'm about 50%, I can paint through whatever I'd like on this file to reveal as much or as little as the Matterhorn. Probably have it a little bit brighter at the top since it's higher in the sky. And if I'm over here, I'm going to purposely paint something out that I really made a mistake on. But it's not really a mistake with a mask. If I hit X on the keyboard or toggle the colors in the tool palette here, I can paint back the information. Now here's the neat part. Since this mask is in a group, if I click on the layer and then shift click to select and go back to the move tool, but now turn off auto select, I can move this file around. The mask stays intact, so the painting that I did on the Matterhorn, I do it once and I'm done, and I can reposition the object and get a different feel for it. That's one look. Here's another look. Here's another look. The mask has not moved. You have great flexibility with this kind of technique. I might have gone a little fast. Replay the video and you'll see really how simple it is.